It's your Wednesday night conversation. It's more than just the gossip, it's the issues that matter most to you. A closer look at current events, just the tip, special guests, and more. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe, Arizona's longest-running drag live stream. Hosted by Felicia Fefe Minor and Freddy Prinze Charming. Streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Promotional consideration for Let's Have a Fefe provided by Wigs of a Kind, The Burly Barber, Bone and Basil, as well as our patrons at Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe to become a Fefe patron. Virtual tips accepted at paypal.me/Let's Have a Fefe. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe.
Hello. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what happened. I hit go live and started everything, and then it said no.
It said no.
It's signed. I think it signed Felicia out of everything. So it's like,
So hopefully we're on everything now.
We're on Facebook now. We weren't a minute ago, so we are on Facebook now. So that's good.
Wonderful.
Hello. Good evening. Welcome.
Salutations.
Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe. We are season 10, episode 18. It is June 1st, which means it's a Fefe Pride Month, which is why we're both super gay right now.
I'm not gay. I'm just oddly queer.
Me either. At all.
Oh.
But this is your Wednesday night conversation. Welcome to Let's Have a Fefe. Over there, still kind of getting herself situated, is Felicia Fefe Minor, and I am, of course, Freddy Prinze Charming. If you don't know who I am by now, why not? Anyway,
who are you?
I don't know.
I've never heard of you before.
Apparently. Neither has anybody else, apparently, because I never get asked to do anything. Anyway, we would like to thank our patrons: Allison, Brandon, Cassandra, Drake Jensen, Casey Starr, Carrie and Corey, Kim, Joan, Jody, Leanne, Nicole, Patricia Mason, Sassy, Shannon, Shelley, and Sky. And of course, a special thanks to our friends and supporters, Patricia Mason, Sky, and Drake Jensen, for going deep on Patreon and taking a deeper plunge. Of course,
stop you for just a second.
Oh, fine.
Speaking of Sky,
I was on a roll.
We appreciate Sky so much, but Sky has been filed as a missing person.
Oh no.
And I'm not joking. So and I would never joke about something like that. And
obviously. Oh my God.
So last seen maybe May 1st. And I was trying to look back through the show to see when the last time she was corresponding with us. And so if anybody has heard from her, on the little flyer, my husband shared it because he's always on Facebook. But that's another story. But if you hear from her or anything, on the flyer it said that she gave away her phone. Maybe she didn't want people to contact her, but I don't picture her being that way.
Do we have the flyer that we can share?
Let me see. I'm sorry. Today's been a weird day, and I've been kind of like processing this all. So let me see.
I can concur. It has been a weird day, but then it's been a weird year so far. That's fine.
How do you screen share? Sorry, my brain is not working because I've known Sky for a long time, and so this is we're sharing. Are we sharing? Oh, there we go. I don't know if I can make this bigger. Does it get bigger?
I don't know. I can't see because of the context that I currently have in, but oh shit. Okay.
Like, sorry to, um,
No. That's totally okay. That's what we do.
because
If
Sky is really important. Yes, happy Pride, yes, but as
so
far
if
as the
y'all
show,
can, we'll share this on the Fifi page.
mhm.
But if y'all could also share it, especially if you are local to Phoenix, that would be awesome.
Well, and the part that's kind of scary is that the car has been abandoned. Car that she was driving.
I see that in
Um,
Nevada.
yeah, so she's not last seen in the Phoenix area at all. So
Damn.
if you go to, most of you that watch us add me as a friend. So um, if you happen to be on Facebook, I don't care if you leave the episode for a minute or leave the
I
episode
mean, we'll still
completely.
be here.
Yeah, we'll still be here. Um, and share it on all your socials. Because, yeah, and I'm still kind of processing. So it,
That's crazy. I'm sorry. That's like, yes, please,
um,
everybody, please share as much as you can. Encourage others to share, especially if they're in the Southwest area. I would say, since it looks like the last time her last location would have been in Nevada. So if you could
yeah,
please go ahead and share that, reach out to your friends who may live in Vegas or the surrounding area, anywhere up there. Just please share as much as you can. Let's see if we can figure out what happened and get her home.
yes. So, um, I didn't mean to sharply interrupt, but
You're okay. You're okay.
at some point,
I can keep going if you need a second.
um, this has been kind of I don't know. I don't want to call it weird. I just hope for a positive outcome. That's what I hope for.
No, absolutely. No, that's um
Um,
yeah, no,
so
that's totally okay.
my eyelash just got wonky because there's water on.
All right,
um,
you take a second. I'll keep
hold
going
on,
with
I'm
the
gonna turn this
housekeeping.
off. Hold on.
It's all right. No worries. I got you. Of course, we would like to send out a special thank you to Joan of Babish Jewelry and Wood Art, Guido Martin, who busted his ass over the weekend to make sure everything in Fan Fusion went swimmingly. And of course, Jeremy Bright of Ripple Phoenix. If you would like to, because you know, you can sponsor us or donate or whatever at paypal.me/let's have a fifi. Because you know, all of this takes time and money to get this right. It doesn't look like much, but you know. And of course, you can text LHAF to 602-730-7379 for updates about the show, upcoming things that are going on, and whatever the hell Felicia decides to send you at the time. Again, I tried to do that and I think she just
Hey,
purposely ignored me, so it's fine.
what?
Um
Uh,
you okay?
yeah, it's just gotta
It's you're
process.
okay. If
Gotta.
you let me know if you let me know if you need a minute. Like we're fine and I got this. If you need a second.
I
Um
will continue on with the show, but share, share, share is what I say.
yes, please.
Um,
What is going Oh, I'm like that's so weird. Hang on. Facebook is being weird tonight. I don't know what it's doing.
are we losing
Anybody
people?
it's so weird. What is happening with Facebook? I feel like it's just me. It's fine. It's
It
fine.
usually is.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh my God. So
It's
weird.
still
Okay.
going on my end.
It was going on mine, but it went away, put me back on like the page, and then started playing last week's episode. I just work here. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, it's
How
still
was your
going.
weekend? Your weekend was very similar to mine.
Damn it. When we try to stay away from each other, it just brings us closer. So we were both at Phoenix Fan Fusion, except you spent the whole day Friday. I did not spend the whole day Friday.
No, actually, I was not there the whole day Friday. We didn't get there until because we couldn't check into the hotel until 4.
So we had the
we didn't
same
get down there
experience
until
then.
pretty much, yes. Yeah.
So I actually went to the dentist in the morning and cavity free, but
Yay.
my thing is that my family likes to give away genetic disorders and genetic diseases.
That's nice.
So I have periodontal things that need to be taken care of. So if I look like I don't really feel like talking, it's probably because my mouth has been destroyed. So I've been avoiding for the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years, deep cleanings because I don't like deep cleanings. But I
have to be knocked out.
Yeah, like genetically, I have to have them. So to prevent further damage, there's not much damage, but there could be. I have most of July, the Fridays in July, because I'm off on Fridays, booked for dental appointments. And
okay, well, just remember that on the 16th, so the 15th we have Cat Bingo, then the 16th is Lady Christian show.
So they're
and
early
then
in
the
the
17th is my
morning.
birthday.
They're early in the morning.
Okay, good.
So
then you can sleep it off. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
I'm
by the
terrified
time
of the
I
dentist.
get...
Like, I know that I need to go to the dentist, and I'm so scared of it. But I actually just changed my insurance. Just changed. Actually, the new insurance is effective today, and I found a dentist that's actually right by my house, and they literally specialize in like knocking people the fuck out for shit. So I might actually go to the dentist this year.
Oh,
we'll see.
Wow.
If it's a toss up between like the dentist and Botox, I'll probably get the Botox so that at least I look good when my teeth fall out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I should have a video of you guys slaying in a couple days. Oh, wonderful.
Yes. So the weekend was busy.
Yes, I have.
But it was
Actually,
fun.
the
And
dentist is gorgeous. That helps.
The drag show on Friday was awesome. And props to Guido for putting that shit together. Although, Jesus Christ, Phoenix, what the fuck? Why can't anybody be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there?
Who? I was there.
Like,
oh,
you were. There were certain people that were not.
Oh, I forgot that. I didn't forget, but
like,
I forgot.
I don't understand what is like, and this is becoming a habit with folks. Like, I don't know.
Not
what
these two folks, but folks.
No. Okay, anybody that knows me knows that I don't do lateness. I usually
try to get, if I know I'm going to be late, it's usually like I can tell that I'm going to be late. Like we've been doing this for a long time, so if you know you're going to be late,
be a fucking professional. And I'm like, that shit drives me crazy. Don't show up, and not just a little bit late, like a lot of bit late. Like, to the point where
Not
everybody's
even
going,
ready late.
are these people showing up or what? Like, I can't do that shit. I will go ape shit on someone if they did that on my show. Like, that's not a thing. I'd be like, all right, well, you're not performing then. Fuck you. I don't care. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. And I don't know if it's a matter of people see things as like, well, it's not really this person's show or whatever. It's not this person that like can get me real gigs or whatever. So I'll just show up whenever. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm not happy about
But
this.
another
Like,
person that is like not a pillar, but a person that does that was hosting it. So why
uh-huh.
why wouldn't you catch my drift? Why wouldn't you be on time? Why wouldn't you be early? Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. That
If you
person doesn't really book anybody anyway. But I'm just like, what the fuck? So that was like, I don't
early
know, that
all
was
the
annoying.
time.
I like, everybody knows that I get there, like, early for me is on time. If I'm running late, I start getting paranoid, I start getting frazzled, and I don't like it. So, but um it was fun. I don't know. I haven't been to like I haven't been to a fan fusion since fan fusion was like the smaller Comic-Con. Like, remember when Phoenix Comic-Con was a thing, and then they had like an in between, like when fan fusion was just like the in between smaller little like Comic-Con. It was like, we're gonna give you a little bit of a taste to you don't
I
remember
thought that
that?
was Fan
Um,
Fest.
it was something like that, but that was like the last time I was at like whatever.
Oh wow.
So, and that was years ago. So this was
Mhm.
fun. And I made sure that I had a mask on, and I made sure I coordinated my masks with my outfits because that's
Mhm.
important. And we went to a couple of panels. Um, like
That is
there
one
were
thing I did not do this year. I
it was
missed out.
it's hard. Like, there's just so much. Like, there's so much. And but we had to go see Kate Mulgrew because I turned my partner into a Trekkie, and
Did
Voyager now is like one of her favorites, and Captain
you
Janeway is
fanboy,
like
didn't
one
you?
of the best captains ever. A little bit. So I don't even know how to explain it. So Kate Mulgrew has been around and in show business for decades at this point. Obviously she's most famous for Captain Janeway on Voyager, and then Red in Orange is the New Black. And
Correct.
so I would like, I thought it was gonna be cool to, like, go to her panel and kind of listen to what she has to say and stuff. And she like, and she comes in, and it's like she has this presence about her. No, she didn't. This woman named Dana asked a question, and she gave her so much shit for her name. It was fantastic. But like, she has this presence that's like it's commanding. Like, she commands the space that she stands in, but it's also very like comfortable and welcoming. Like, it was
Very
really, really
Tommy
cool. And it was
Ross kind of.
yes, actually, yeah, very much that, very much that. For
Very
those of you who get that drag
regal.
reference, you'll get what that. But it was like, it was
Do you
it was really cool to
stop?
like to listen to her talk about stuff. It was really funny. Um, and then on Saturday we went to Doug Jones, or no,
How
Sunday.
was that?
Sunday we went to Doug Jones, and
Oh.
Doug Jones. We were trying to tell the kids, they're like, I don't know who this person is. Like, no, you do know who he is. I promise you know who he is. You just
Mhm.
won't recognize him because he's always got 18 pounds of shit all over his face. Like, and first of all, when he said he was 62, I about fell out of my chair. I
For
was like, are you
real?
fucking kidding me? He's 62.
Huh.
62. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But he was like, I'm kind of convinced that we're like the same person. I'm just a slightly shorter, stockier version of him,
Same
because
age.
so he has a background in mime and contortion. So the way he moves is very, very effeminate, very kind of fluid, very like. And
Mhm.
I'm like, I wonder if everybody thinks that he's his wife's like gay BFF. Like, everybody seems to think that I'm whoever partner is like gay. Like, my partner's, everybody always think that I'm my partner's gay BFF,
Oh,
because like the way he
everybody?
carries himself is more fluid and a little bit more feminine than you would anticipate from, but he's very long
Ah.
and very lanky and very fluid. But oh my god, like, every time someone asked him a question, like, he wasn't just sitting there listening to the question. Like, anytime someone asked him a question, he would kind of lean forward and connect with that person. I like he would tell stories, and he would talk, and he was conversational. It was fantastic. Like, I want to be his friend.
You never know. You
I
never
know.
know.
And then we did story hour on Saturday
Yes. And then so
with
Saturday
this
we did it
gaggle of little
about
kids that were all dressed in
that
Star
were
Trek.
Mostly yours. And then after that, I went to go see. He did not fulfill the request. It seems that John Barrowman did not go to your room, because if he had, I would have heard about it.
Or
Um,
would you? Maybe I don't kiss and tell. You don't know.
anyway, so that was fun.
You
In
went there.
fact, I wore my flamingo outfit, and he caressed my flamingo. That's all I'll say. He made that so fun, because you know how some people are so awkward. You
I
know,
saw his entrance during his panel. Did you see the video of his entrance?
no.
He came on stage to It's Raining Men in fucking heels and like a skirt and like was dancing
Oh,
all
that
over
would
the
have been
fucking stage.
lovely.
So Guido, I need you to hook me up so that I can like meet these people. Like it seems like let me be like one of the interviewers. I can do that. I can do
Oh, that
that.
would be fun if we could interview people around
Right?
con.
Right?
Or fan fusion, excuse
Right?
me. I don't want to get like sued legally or
Yeah, we're gonna
whatever.
get sued. It's way to go, Felicia. Fantastic.
As with little money we have. You did get to say hi to him as he walked through the exhibit hall. Yes, very, very fun, very animated,
Mhm.
very like, whoa, like, yeah. I was like,
He's
I'm
another one
having,
that's known for being like a genuinely good dude. Like that's
yeah. And
yeah.
so, as soon as I get a frame, he'll go up here with Jason Momoa. Um, I think
I don't have any
I'm
pictures of
collecting
celebrities, so I'm
men.
just gonna frame more pictures of myself to put behind me.
Well, I'm in them, so I mean, it only makes sense. But anyhow, I had a genuinely good weekend. Except for Sunday, I could not get myself to get up to no. Mm-mm. Body
It
said
was hard. The
no,
con
no,
drop was
no, no,
hard
no.
this year. Like Monday, I'm so fucking glad that I was off on Monday
Memorial
because
Day.
my brain, neither of our brains were braining. Like we were sitting there and I was trying to talk about a number that I was gonna do in Washington, and I'm like, the fuck is this guy's name? And I'm like, he was in Sync. He looks like he has ramen for hair. The
Uh-oh.
fuck is his name? I could not think of Justin Timberlake's name. It was like it was gone. And that happened a few times. I'm like, the word isn't there. Like it's just gone. It was rough. So we did some retail therapy at Goodwill.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Um, that must have been a thing. So we kind of lived the same, because we went to Ross. Oh my god, we got to stop being the same people in different places. This is weird. Um, and I got a couple of things in there. I got some Pride socks, which I got my nails done, because then I was like, oh, I want my nails to match my socks. It was a thing, and so
Oh yeah, we went to Home
definitely.
Goods too. We actually were just gonna go to Costco, but then Costco was closed. So we went back to Home Goods and spent money there. So I feel like I could like sue Costco for loss of income because we wouldn't have gone shopping if Costco had been open like it was supposed to be. All we needed was
Oh
like
my
bird
god.
seed, some toilet paper, and like I think a couple of plastic tubs. But instead, we went to Home Goods and got all this really cool shit for the house.
Because you have room in there for that. Yes. But
I'm telling you, our house looks like a cross between an Amazon warehouse and a serial killer's storage. I didn't
and
know what to say.
that's, ladies and gentlemen, drag 101. Your house will never be
Mm.
organized, ever. Ever.
Things will
If
be
I tell
things will be way better because I'm slowly organizing all my drag. Like it's going into like labeled bins before it goes into the drag can once it's
Oh,
done.
I was thinking about that the other day, because the flamingo suit is getting a little worn, because it's been like
Mm.
tossed aside. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been thinking about putting stuff in tubs and labeling it and saying like, this goes with this outfit. This goes with this outfit. But then I think
That's
my
what's gonna happen
room.
eventually.
I feel like my room is going to
Is
turn into
like
a tub. A
that's
tub of
basically what's gonna happen.
flamingos.
Like it's every tub is going to be gone through. all like matching outfits will be put together, and on the label it'll be like, this is in this tub has this outfit, and this outfit. That way, when it goes into the drag room finally and everything is done, I can just look at the tubs and be like, okay, that's the one I need.
I
Because
think it's kind of,
like right now,
that's
everything's just all
hilarious.
over the place, and it's making me fucking crazy, but
We
that's okay. Oh, and then
we're not the same person, I
yesterday,
promise.
oh my God. I mean, we look alike. We get mistaken for each other a lot. Um, yesterday, I went suit shopping with a friend who needed a suit for interview.
Oh,
And this person needed someone to go with them that was a little more fashionable and a little more knowledgeable about like suits and things, which I am. I'm like, that's me.
my phone didn't
So
ring.
I don't know about the fashionable, but I do know about suits. But we ended up, I'm not gonna tell you who it is because they're doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
But this person found a suit that it was outside of their box, but they look really good in it and they're very excited. So I'm excited for them. And that it's always fun for me. Like I'm like, oh no, you want this, and then you want this shirt, and you want this tie, and no, just shush, you're fine. And because it's about colors and patterns and things. So but it was
Uh,
fun. It was good. It was good.
that's
Also,
wonderful.
I have no tip tonight. Things were a little crazy today.
Uh, ooh. Etiquette or etiquette. Etiquette will be the tip tonight. When
What kind of etiquette? Like, do we hold our?
when
I was gonna say, do we hold our?
attending conferences
Mm,
of sorts, like we did this weekend, I feel like the behavior of some people was a little bit aggressive in some instances. At
mm,
one point, I was trying to get lunch and decide where I wanted to go, and I have my flamingo suit on, and the flamingo suit has a pillow underneath the butt part. So I don't feel that. I feel when somebody completely turns me around and I
right.
have to
Or
now,
taps you on the shoulder that's like exposed or something, and like,
yeah. And so let I know that we have to be in this common space. Got it. Got it. I know that it's going to be crowded. Got it. Got it. But when you're maneuvering around people, it's still common courtesy to say, excuse me. It's still common courtesy not to shove.
oh Christ.
Um, I, oh, I was by myself the whole time. So, uh, after a little bit, so it was like nobody could like warn me that my butt was sticking out,
Mm,
um or if people knew that they wanted to get by me, they didn't say like, can I get right there? They just either gave dirty looks, which not appropriate. um
that's bullshit.
ju-
Considering how many people are walking around with giant ass props that were like swinging around and almost taking people's heads off.
yes, and so I was like thoroughly, ugh, after 6 hours, I was like, I don't know. I can't handle people. And that was a stretch for me, 6 hours. Um, I could not. And I was like, I really just need to go. And I ended up going to the places where there weren't a lot of people. So,
Mm.
so
So like,
my tip
I would say
is
like,
common courtesy and etiquette when you attend events, when you go to the
especially
goddamn
if you're
movie
in like
theaters.
if you're in a large costume or you have large props. Like I know sometimes it's not always to be aware of like your 360 like surroundings, but
Correct.
if you have large costumes or large props or whatever, and someone tries to, you're like, just try to be as aware as possible. And if someone's like, whoa, don't be a fucking dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Cosplay is not consent.
Yes.
Definitely not. Um,
Also,
doesn't matter
people
what the
touched my
person is
beak.
dressed like.
They
Like,
touched my
no.
beak, which is also like close to my face.
Yeah,
And so
don't touch things. Don't touch people, don't touch things. That's right. That's up there with like rubbing a pregnant person's belly or like touching people's tattoos. Like just don't do that. Don't do that. I will say there's one thing that like kind of, I
Deodorant?
don't know.
Some people, I
Deodorant.
don't
Oh
think,
God.
I don't, well, considering the folks, some people don't wear deodorant. Some people wear natural deodorant. And some people are not used to being out in
Mm,
in long periods of time. Does that make sense?
mm,
And they
mm.
exude a scent. Um,
Like, I know that I was sweaty. I know that I was gross. I know that I was sweaty. Like, I made sure I was wearing deodorant and stuff so I wasn't so gross. I have so one of my I don't know if it's an issue, but it's a concern I have with things like cons and stuff. And it's like, if it's supposed to be a family friendly event, right? So you've got
mhm.
kids, you've got, whatever. Some of the costumes, some of the cosplay were a little much. Like, I saw chicks full on with like tiny little like string unitard things that like
Oh.
a little bit of a breeze and their vagina would have fallen out, like with nothing underneath, like tiny little, like I swear to God, it was like this big, like just a
Oh,
strip of their
no.
vagina and like a thong. And I'm like, okay, but I, like we're very open, like we're open with the kids and whatever, but it's
Yeah.
like
It's like being at
I,
Pride.
I I'm like, because I don't know. I'm like, if it's supposed to be an all ages family friendly event, I'm like, like, I don't know. It's kind of like, like, it's just, I don't know. It's a little off putting. I don't care. I don't care about who you are. I don't care about size. I don't care about anything. But if your vagina is about to fall out of shit, for me, that's a little bit much. Same
Well,
thing with like if you were
there
a
were some
dude with a
guys.
penis, if you were a
Yeah.
penis and your balls are about to fall out of your thong, I'd have a problem with that too. Okay, but
What do
generally raves are like 21 plus. They're all adults. They're not kids. Like there's no kids at the raves. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you're at a rave and people are like, I don't give a fuck about that. But if you're somewhere where there's like kids all over the place, like like, oh God.
there was a guy who turned up wearing
Uh,
a Speedo and a cape with his chest hair shaved into.
oh my
Oh.
God.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I'm like, why are
There
there
are some
kids at
kids at raves.
raves?
Are you
Why the fuck are there
sure?
kids at raves? Who the fuck is letting? I've never been to a rave with kids. Yeah, I'm like,
Yikes.
raves should never have children. Like, I don't know what the fuck that's about. Like, that's bullshit. I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of raves you go to, but no, hard no.
But yeah, that would be my
Definitely not.
tip, is to uh not that you can always not be in people's
What the
space.
fuck kind of parents take their kids to raves? I have never, ever, ever known a
Oh my
parent to take
god.
their kids to raves. Ever. No matter how progressive. I'm not going to take our kids to a rave. What kind of idiot person takes their fucking kids to a rave? That's a dumb
And the
shit.
things
I've
that
never.
go on there. I
That's
mean,
definitely. And
Bible
who the fuck
reading.
lets kids into a rave? Like, uh, accompanied by an adult or not? It's not an R-rated movie. It's a fucking rave. Like, what the? I don't know where
Well,
the
kids
hell
can
you
go
come
to a
from that they
club
think this
too
is a
with their
rave.
parents.
Uh, I wouldn't
Let's
take
not
my kids to
forget.
a club either. Like,
Some
ugh.
parents do. So,
Mm. Like, I'm not
the
even a
family
fan
that
of
drinks
like
Molly
underage.
water together stays together.
Seriously, Jesus. Like, and I'm not even a fan of like underage kids performing at drag shows and stuff because drag shows are 90% really fucking inappropriate. Like, I
Mm.
like unless it's a family friendly all ages drag show, I'm not gonna take my kids to a fucking drag show because even I do stuff that's like I'm not gonna like want them to like I don't know yeah. Anyway, we do have some news. I have a little bit of
I
news.
mean, there are
Let's see.
pacifiers that
Fuck.
sell.
All right, so now we know Michelle is going to be one of the ones that's going to take her kids to a rave.
Ooh, I
It's a
can't wait to
family
have a
picture right
story
there.
hour
It's
at
going
a
to be on their
rave.
Christmas cards.
Let's do it.
It's going to be on their Christmas card. Babe,
Oh
we
my
want to take the kids to a
God.
rave. I'm sure we could find one.
Oh, all you have to do is ask. I'm
Mm.
sure somebody will tell you. In the news, the everlasting, ever-going saga of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
I think it's finally over. Thank God.
If you haven't heard, the last, is it only been 6 weeks? 6 weeks have been Johnny Depp and Amber Heard basically having temper tantrums and talking about their temper tantrums, public and non-public, on a defamation case, because that's what they do to each other because they're so toxic.
They're both toxic. Like they're
Yes,
both not awesome.
they're both not well. And so they were both found guilty. Is that today?
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny Depp got 1 count, and Amber Heard, who the internet quickly dismissed early this week, got 3 counts. Because she's a little bit crazier than Johnny Depp. We thought Johnny Depp was crazy, but
He
she had made
apparently
a.
the 1 count that he was found guilty for was something that he said to his lawyer, whereas she
Oh.
was like the 3 counts that she was found guilty on were like shit that she posted on the internet and said in interviews and stuff that was more public, whereas like
Mhm.
whatever Johnny Depp said was to his lawyer. So apparently that was considered defamation. I
So
don't know.
to
It's
those
fucking
people that
stupid.
can't get over their ex, at least you don't have to go through a defamation trial. So just keep your shit off the internet, so we don't have to live through your saga, or else we will
Like you
dissect
have to
it.
prove that it's, if that it's bullshit to be defamation, and anything that I'm going to say about my exes are all true. So good luck with that. Elon Musk says that
Oh
Tesla
my God, your
employees must
favorite.
return to the office or they'll lose their jobs. He said that any employee, get this shit. He said that any employee that wants to work remotely must have a minimum. And he said, I expect a minimum of 40 hours a week in the office. What?
Wait, if you want to
So
work
if you,
remotely?
so you have to work a full 40 hours in the office, and then you can work your overtime at home.
Oh,
40 hours, a
wow.
minimum of 40 hours a
Which
week
means
in the
he's
office.
saying, I
And
don't
then
give
you
a
can
fuck,
work
just show up.
remotely.
He's just saying, I
Right.
don't give a fuck, just show up. I don't care. Show up.
Fuck.
So part of the great resignation that our country is facing is because a lot of people loved the fact, and I am one of them. I have not resigned though. That you could work from home, almost make your own hours to a sense, because we
Well,
were.
the pandemic, it proved that pretty much any job can be done remotely.
Yeah, except for nurses and such. But
Right.
even doctors
There's
were
certain things
going tele. But
right. Like, there are certain things that obviously can't, but in almost any industry, there are most of the jobs in that industry can be done at home. And the pandemic proved that. And now when they want everybody to go back in, they're like, why? I've been doing my job just fine and dandy from home. So why do I
in
have to go
fact,
fucking back into the office now?
some
Especially with gas
companies were
prices being what they are. Like, why? No,
some
just, I
companies were
don't blame them.
saying
I'd
that
fucking,
they were more productive during the pandemic, and so a lot of people are very confused on why they need to go back home, go back to work, and so
power,
um, for
control.
yes, in some instances, for me, yes, babe, I know you work from home. That don't rub it in, damn. Um, and but it's purely that, like some Amazon offices, corporate offices, to say the least, have gone to like maybe a hybrid system where if you decide to
Right.
come in, here's the kind of time that we need you here and the kind of time that
Mhm.
we need you to stay at home. Whereas that gives you an option, right? And
Right.
so you don't feel like you're like, oh, I gotta get up at 5 a.m. and drive to the office, put pants on for God's sake. And, so many things. So many things. It's just
I mean, I worked from home before the pandemic, so like nothing for me really changed, which was nice. I did
yes.
not mind that at
But
all.
also I have one of the jobs that you could work from home unless you needed me on location. And
There's
so
literally no reason for you to be going into the office. Like,
and I was getting so much done during the pandemic, nobody coming in my office, nobody doing, having I mean, except
right.
for, the kids and things. But I was getting so much done and it was very flexible. Like if I decided, I'm gonna work on this project, but maybe I'll, go take an appointment in the afternoon and come back. It wasn't a big deal because, I'm
Right.
salary anyway. So but yeah, it's just really weird. Really weird that
I know.
and a lot of the big tech giants are doing that, and I know that how a lot of the big tech giants keep saying that they want to save money so that they can put the money toward like innovation of their products. But if they're forcing people to go back, are
That's
they
not
doing?
saving money.
Yeah,
Like
like you're running the
it
lights and
with CVS, up here, I think because CVS has or had numerous like corporate buildings in Phoenix.
hmm
Scottsdale had 3. There's the call center that's down in down in Phoenix. And I think at least one of the corporate buildings up in Phoenix has closed because they moved everybody out. Everybody's remote. So now they're not paying rent. You're not paying for electricity. You're just paying everybody's
hmm
salaries. And meanwhile, so that's what saves money. Like that, like it forcing people to go into a building. That doesn't save you money. Like, what the fuck are you even talking
Tabitha,
about?
Tabitha. Tabitha says, I didn't get the option to work from home simply because I am a supervisor in a call center. Um, I, I almost want to argue that a little bit. It depends on the company that you were working for.
Well,
Because
Tabitha says that they had to be on site to support the people at home. What the fuck does that even make sense? Like, what?
like you still could have been at home. I don't
Right. You could have done
understand.
exactly the same job from home. Uh,
Uh,
it's stupid. I don't know. In
well,
world
yes,
news, oh, never mind. In world
yeah.
news, Queen Elizabeth celebrates her 70 years on the throne. It is her platinum
What?
jubilee. If she makes it to 71, she'll be the longest reigning monarch in the world.
Wow.
Right now, she's actually tied with the former king of Thailand, who died in 2016. When he died in 2016, he had already spent 70 years on the throne. He was, when he died, the world's longest reigning monarch. If he had lived up and if he was still alive, he would still be the longest reigning monarch. But can you imagine 70 years?
Here we are talking about
Can
working
you
from
imagine if we
home.
got stuck with a president for 70 fucking years?
Well, they have prime
It,
ministers. Does
so
she
I will
overrank the
say,
prime minister?
technically, yes, but it's a little it's um
I
I
have to have
will
a
say
lesson
that
on parliament.
the former king of Thailand, I think I would have been fine with him for 70 years. He was an amazing leader. Like
Mm,
I don't think I've ever seen a monarch, a world leader, a country's leader that was so respected by literally everybody in the country. I've never seen that before. Um,
wow.
it was like like I literally never seen that before, and he absolutely had the respect of everyone. Any world leader he came in contact with, all of the people in Thailand, everybody absolutely adored him, and for good reason. He was amazing. Like he did so much throughout his years on the throne. Like he wasn't just a figurehead. Like he actually did shit. Queen Elizabeth doesn't do shit really. Um, but his son who took over after he died, nobody really likes him, which is kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny, but nobody likes
Oh,
him.
it's not genetic
Um,
that he was a good leader?
He should have either of his daughters should have succeeded him to the throne, not his son. His son is kind of a dickweed. His daughters would have been so much better, but whatever. I'm not in charge.
Oh, wow. And as we kick off Pride Month, wow. 238 plus then some anti-LGBTQ bills were introduced in the first 3 months of the year. As of May, there are over, yikes, 320 that have been introduced.
Yep. Yay, America!
And,
Whoopee!
and there's about half that are also attacking vaginas.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we
Yeah,
excited?
it's very exciting.
Isn't this a great time?
Super great. Yay, America! Whoopee!
Yeah, I can't wait.
The list for the best and worst states for LGBTQ folks and the safest and most unsafe countries for LGBTQ folks who are traveling have come out. Best and worst states. The best states are the top three, I believe, are New York, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. So go, good for you, East Coast people. The worst are South Carolina, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Surprise, surprise.
Oops.
With Louisiana and Mississippi not far behind them. Shocker.
Oops.
Bible Belt, Southern bullshit. Bleh. As
And
far
I believe
as countries
Arizona
go,
is in the middle somewhere, right?
yeah, we're kind of we're not great, that's for damn sure, but we're not the bottom of the barrel. We're the best of the worst. It's still not awesome.
Yeah.
The best countries, the safest countries for LGBTQ folks to visit. Safest, not the best, but the safest. Leading the list is Canada. Canada came in at number 1. Sweden is number 2. The Netherlands is number 3. Malta, interestingly enough, is number 4. And Portugal is number 5. I thought that was interesting. Most unsafe, which none of these are really surprising, given
these are not on my travel list. These are not on my travel list.
No, I would not recommend it. Definitely not recommend any of these, really. Most unsafe, Brunei hit the top of that list. Nigeria, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Guyana. So if you are openly homosexual or anything, I would recommend staying away from all of those countries, which again, not super surprising. Yeah, it is what it is. So, but go to Canada, go to Sweden. I recommend Sweden. Sweden's very nice. Netherlands is amazing. Malta is someplace I've actually never been, believe it or not. I have been to Sweden.
Oh, I want to go.
The only one on that list I've never been to is Malta.
Let's plan a trip. Let's go.
I'm down. Never been to Malta. Let's go. I'm here for it.
Speaking of Oklahoma, the government has signed a bill requiring public school kids to use the bathroom of their assigned gender. And Republicans don't know where their penises are, if they're tucked up their asses or enfolded. So,
why are the Republicans so obsessed with kids' genitals?
No, the Republicans and they call are obsessed. No, Republicans are obsessed with genitals, period.
This is true. But more so, like, now they're like, since they're attacking like trans kids, it's like, why are you so worried about what trans kids have in their pants? Like, why are you looking? Like, who's more perverted? Me, who goes into a bathroom to pee, or the Republican that's standing there with like a phone so he can get a picture of me trying to pee to prove that I don't have a penis? Like, hello.
And his gun.
Right.
There are more laws. In the Senate, there are more laws against the vagina than there are for gun control. So,
which the Senate is actually revisiting gun control, which the last time they looked at it back in 2013 when Obama was in office, it failed miserably. And I anticipate that it's going to do the same again because,
America,
and we don't care.
Okay, so Sandy Hook, people were angry. Newtown, they were angry. I've never seen an anger like this before. They were like, there were parents screaming at is it Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz?
I think
I feel
so.
like there was a parent that was screaming at Ted Cruz. He was screaming, "Fuck you, Ted Cruz," to his face. What are you gonna do, Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz,
Nothing.
fuck you. And Ted Cruz
Nothing. He ain't gonna
had
do shit. He's gonna go on
bodyguards,
vacation.
and
He's gonna go to Mexico.
yeah, when his state starts to flood. Anyway, but
He doesn't give a fuck.
this is why we talk about these things on this show, because it starts with your city level, and I know you guys don't think that it does, but most of those people start at little city level uh, appointments, and they
Yep.
say, "Oh, well, I'm going to start here as the clerk of city council," and then they jump up, and then all of a sudden they're the mayor. Then all of a sudden, oh, gosh darn it, they're the governor, and then here we are. They're at the Senate. In Congress, and then one day you say, "Oh shit, they're a president. They're running for president."
Is it time for us to vote Cinema out? Because I am so ready for her ass to be out of there and fucking done. Ugh.
I don't remember. I don't think so, but we'll look into that, because I truly want you all. If you believe in gun control, you need to look at your city level, then work your way up, because that's where it starts. The people that support the people as they're going up are the people that you want to continue your trail. You don't want to keep voting, "Oh, well, little Sally Walker doesn't like guns. I'll vote for her, but I'll vote for
And
the other, you
if
know."
if you don't support gun control, you're probably watching the wrong program. Just saying.
Yeah, because we
Because
have
we're a bunch of liberal fags here. So just saying. Like, we are super queer and all about, yeah, we're going to take your fucking guns. We don't want you to have AR-15s. Sorry, not sorry. We also think that people with vaginas should be able to decide what they do with those vaginas. So that upsets you. Please go ahead and go away.
exit now.
Not wrong. I really don't care. Not going to bug me one way or the other. LGBTQ cops in San Francisco are refusing to march in the parade after the San Francisco Pride bans police uniforms. They're not
This isn't the
saying
first
that you
time they
can't
do
march.
that,
They would just
right?
like you to not be in fucking uniforms, which that was actually one thing. Like, so I know that MCSO here, MCSO, whenever they do something, whenever they have a booth at an
Oh
event or
my God,
whatever.
Eddie,
Oh,
get
Jesus
out.
Christ. MCSO, whenever they have a booth somewhere, an informational thing, they're not in their uniforms. They're usually in a polo shirt or a t-shirt, something that says MCSO on it, but it's like, it's designed to be not intimidating and non-threatening. The fucking Phoenix PD had a booth at Con over the weekend in full, like, cop gear. Like, who the fuck? Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Didn't Chandler have
Like,
one too? And they were in uniform
I think
too.
so. It's like,
And I was like,
read the fucking room. Like, most of these folks are gonna be like the people
"Oh,
that
you
you're
should have
like.
heard some of the comments. Some of the comments were like, if you're at the fucking fan fusion, you shouldn't be dressed up like that." And I was like, "Oh, you got the cosplayers against you. You know something's wrong."
It's bullshit. Like, honestly, if you have an informational booth, don't sit there in full on like gear. Wear a fucking polo. Wear some like eh, eh,
they
I don't
were
know. I think
geared
it's
up.
fucking stupid. And like, you're mad that you can't go walking, like you can't march in the parade in riot gear. I'm sorry. Don't give a fuck. Like, they're not saying that you can't march. They're not saying that you can't wear a shirt that says like San Francisco PD on it. They just don't want you in like these uniforms that
But
are
also,
intimidating and aggressive and like
but companies also sponsor pride parades and request that their workers not wear or their employees not wear their uniforms. They say wear this
right,
t-shirt because they don't want to look
right.
like sand douchebags. And so I think that that's what they're trying to say is like, we don't want you to ruin what we already are trying to save.
Well,
Um,
right. I mean, cops
um,
have a history of of targeting LGBTQ folks, especially, trans women of color. So why the fuck would we want, like, I don't know. I think it's stupid. I just, ugh.
You're just like,
Blech.
sit down. Maybe you just didn't need to be in the parade in the first place. That's where
Right.
this
If
is
you're
at.
gonna bitch about it, no.
Just don't be in the parade. If you're gonna take all the fun out of it, just get out. Just get out. This just isn't the show for you. If you're just gonna.
This is not the parade you're looking for.
Oh, but it's supposed to be fun. Nobody wants like a stiff wig. Ugh. Nobody. Anyway, let's see. Early this month, name
Karine Jean-Pierre.
was named press secretary. Oh yes, she's pretty too. First
Mhm.
Black woman, first openly LGBTQ person to hold that position, and very I don't know. Is this like straight to the point? She's very straight to the point.
Mhm.
Her thing about gun control was very on point, very matter of fact. This is what we are going to do. This is the call to the public. Answered your questions. I'm leaving the room.
Right.
That's all we've been asking
Right.
for like the past decade. And she very much knows how to read the room, give the room the information, and leave the room. Very.
I'm it'll be good to see what she does. I think it's important. Representation is important, and especially if it's representation with someone who actually is qualified and knows what the fuck they're doing. It's not like a token. So that'll be fun to see what she does with the
She's
position.
very.
So if you've had COVID, and you've been dealing with the post-COVID brain fog, which it's a thing, totally a
Justin
thing.
Timberlake.
Right. Studies are showing that it could actually last more than a year, which makes me a little depressed. Because I've totally been foggy, and it could be. It's hard to say whether it's like a post-COVID thing, whether it's stress, whether it's whatever, but it's definitely been hard. It's been a struggle lately. So I'm a little annoyed if it's fucking COVID bullshit residual stuff, because that's gonna bug the hell out of me. But if you've had COVID and you're still dealing with that brain fog, it could last a while. Yay.
Well, knock on glass and wood. I have not had it. The people in my household who have had it have more than usual brain fog and a little bit of an ongoing cough.
That's yep.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
That would be my
Let's
only
see
noticeable thing.
Right. What gigs do we have coming up? Oh, this Saturday, I'm going to be at the English Rose Tea Room. I will be performing as Elton John for the Queen's Jubilee.
Did you see the person walking around with the Elton John fully stoned baseball uniform?
I did not. No, that's an interesting cosplay for
They were living their best life, by the way. It was.
I'm sure they were. I have a baseball uniform that I've just been waiting to stone.
Oh, this was gorgeous, head to toe. Beautiful. I should have took a picture with the person, but it was gorgeous. I was like, oh my God. And they stoned it themselves. No way. This person does not do that.
Correct. June 17th, we've got Cat Bingo. June 18th is Sex Trivia. Come out for either of those. They're both a really good time. And then right after that, I am heading to Washington for Lewis County Pride, which I'm super excited about.
And I'm adding things to the
Oh, that's right. My partner is having a procedure done with her. She gets balloons in her sinuses on Friday, so I have to like take care of her and shit this weekend. I'm just gonna keep her like well drugged. It'll be fine. We'll just get her just yeah, it'll be fine.
If you need me to tap in, I'll just stand there and pretend I'm you. And then
okay. We look alike. She'll never know the difference.
Oh, well, and plus she'll be drugged up, so
Right.
it'll just
Just tell her that
be.
you're me, but I've been working outside, so I'm tan.
Oh, oh, yikes!
Or just, do you have any of your old foundation around?
I use it as my highlight now.
But just put it on your face. It'll be fine. You won't even know.
My goodness. So where are we on the 24th? You said 25th. You're going away.
23rd and 20th. Right.
On the 23rd and 24th, I will be hosting the Let's Get Better Together conference, which I didn't finish typing in here. But anyway,
That's fun. I was supposed to be presenting at that with Teddy Michael, but he's going to be doing it by himself because I won't be here.
the fat. I'm just kidding. And then on the 26th, I will be at Magic at Stacy's. And Magic has been nominated for Show of the Year and Performance of the Year, I think.
I haven't been nominated for anything because people forget that I exist, but that's fine.
I didn't nominate anybody this year, so congratulations to those that have been nominated. Even better so, vote for Magic for Show of the Year and Performance of the Year. And then, you're going to Albuquerque in July.
I am going to Albuquerque first weekend in July. I'll be in Albuquerque. It's a quick turnaround trip. I'm just there for like basically one day, and then I'm back again. And then, in case y'all missed it, July 16th.
When is
I
it?
will be at Lady on the Rocks, which is my birthday
What
weekend. So make sure you make your reservations. July 16th.
I'm not sure.
I can't. July 16th.
I'm watching paint dry.
Brooklyn, I know you remember me, but nobody else seems to, which is fine. It's fine. I'm booked out of town, so I'm fine.
I'm still here, so if you remember me out of town, it's okay. We all have our problems. It's okay. I'm just kidding. I have fun with what I do, and I love and forever grateful for those that remember. Upcoming guests, I have not booked any more guests than the ones that were here last week. But we're working on that. And then we'll see what we can get for the Patreon folks here soon after Mr. I travel around the world in 80 days. Thank you for joining us for your Wednesday night conversation. Thank you to all who watch live and those that watch on the replay, and to those that listen on the podcast. I forever am grateful because we have this explosion going on in Cambodia that I have no idea why.
It's, you know what? It's probably not Cambodia. It's probably people like watching on like VPN or whatever, so it like bounces the signal. Like, you know.
Oh my god! Because last week
I was like, in like Wyoming or some shit.
Because last week I was like, this is weird, and I just couldn't. I was like, I have to share this immediately, because it says like 100 and something were watching or listening in Cambodia. So thank you, Cambodia. Drop a dime, what is the currency in Cambodia? Whatever it is.
Sure.
Whatever it is, we can figure out how to currency exchange it, something. I don't know. But thanks for listening on the podcast. We will see you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. This has been Let's Have a Fefe. And remember, go to my Facebook page and share Sky's poster, please. Thank you so much.
Yes, please go do that. Please share that. And
if you're listening on the podcast, maybe I'll put a link in the show notes so y'all can find it. Thank you and have a good night.
Good night.
Promotional consideration for Let's Have a Fefe provided by Wigs of a Kind, The Burly Barber, Bone and Basil, as well as our patrons at Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Let's Have A Fefe to become a Fefe patron. Virtual tips accepted at paypal.me/Let's Have A Fefe. Subscribe to the Let's Have A Fefe podcast. You can listen on your favorite podcatcher. See you next week for your Wednesday night conversation. This has been Let's Have A Fefe. Good night.